everyone, Matt Haywood here from the Star Wars Time Show, and we're here to break down all of the Easter eggs and Star Wars franchise references mentioned in the latest episode of Star Wars Resistance, which was titled A Quick Salvage Run. And for keeping score, it's S2E2. So I found 5 in total. I'd say most are reference-based, but there are some Easter eggs this time, and a fantastic one for TLJ. So let's get down to the breakdown. Alright, up first we have a reference to a scene in A New Hope. So early on in this episode, Tam is still kind of freaking out about her message from Kaz, but 2 other TIE pilots come in and they're talking about, hey, have you seen the new TS7 series? And the one's like, no, I'm going to wait for the VE series. And again, it's a reference to a scene from A New Hope when Obi-Wan Kenobi's trying to shut down the tractor beam, and he hears 2 stormtroopers talking about very similar things. Have you seen this new, I'm guessing, ship or speeder bike or something? He's like, no, I'm going to wait for this model. So it was a nice little nod to that scene from A New Hope. And up next, we have just one huge, massive Easter egg dedicated to the entire opening sequence of The Last Jedi. So, Kaz and the gang in the Colossus, they show up at the car, and of course, they see the fallout of the battle of the opening scene from The Last Jedi. So, they see Dakar with its big red butthole now from where the Dreadnought blasted it. You've got all the debris from the battle with the Dreadnought. You got X-Wings and TIE Fighter halls all over the place. And you see the blown-up Dreadnought itself. So, like I said, this could have been one of the best Easter eggs in all of Star Wars Resistance, and it really zeroed in on the entire opening segment of The Last Jedi, so I love that this callback in Resistance. Alright, moving right along, our next is another reference to a other Star Wars property out here, and I'm talking about Solo. So in this episode, Kaz and the gang, they have to steal some coaxium from the downed Dreadnought. But as things get tense, First Order shows up, shit's getting blown up, the coaxium starts to get agitated, so Niku reminds everyone, when you have agitated coaxium, shit can literally hit the fan, as in blow up. So it's just a nice reference to what we saw in Solo with coaxium, stealing it from the train, and how if things get a little dicey and the coaxium gets agitated, you can literally blow up a whole mountain. So a nice nod to Solo and coaxium and its states in Resistance. And now we have an Easter egg courtesy of the Pirates. They're always good for some Easter eggs. And I know I said I wouldn't point out many of these because I did in the first season, but I do not believe I pointed out an Imperial Scout Trooper helmet that one of the pirates have requisitioned, which we can see here in this episode. So this was taking place as Kaz and the gang were trying to run away from the Dreadnought that was getting blown up. You get to see one of these pirates smuggling stuff out wearing a very slick-looking and painted Imperial Scout Trooper helmet. Alright, finally, we have another reference here, and this is at the tail end of the episode when Pyre's talking to Tierney about Tam, essentially saying, you know, we should basically condition her. We don't know if we can trust her. And Tierney's like, no, we need her the way she is. But anyways, this is just a reference to a moment that goes down in TFA, and just, if you know about the First Order and what they do, they can script kids when they're young, and then they condition them to become First Order troopers. So, I believe you heard something like that in TFA with Hux and Phasma discussing Finn. So, it was a nice little reference nod back to TFA. And that will close out our Easter egg and Star Wars franchise reference breakdown of Star Wars Resistance S2E2, a quick salvage run. Hopefully you liked what you listened to or watched here. Make sure to subscribe. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. And don't forget to hit up StarWarsTime.net where you can subscribe to the Star Wars Time Show podcast. Because there's always time for Star Wars time, right, people? And remember, if you listen to the Star Wars Time Show, the Force will be with you, always.